House come to order. Prayer by the chaplain.
Good afternoon. Shalom. This Saturday we celebrate Tu B'Shvat, the new year for trees. A person who pays close attention to all that goes on around him can derive from every detail of his environment information, knowledge, and guidance for his conduct towards God and towards fellow man. This is true not only for an unusual sight, but also applies to the most common and mundane things around us. For example, there are a number of directives and teachings, important points of guidance for man's daily life that can be derived and understood from the familiar sight, a growing tree. Most members of the vegetable kingdom, especially trees, are comprised of many component parts that fall into three broad categories: the roots, the body of the tree, the fruits. The roots are hidden from sight, yet it is through the roots that the tree derives most of its life-giving sustenance. Furthermore, it is only by virtue of the roots that the tree stands firmly in place. And if the roots are strong, the tree has no fear of being uprooted by any winds that blow. The body of the tree is by far the largest part of its structure. From time to time, its thickness, its branches, and its leaves all increase so that we can determine the age of the tree from its central body. The fruits represent the ultimate achievement and the peak of growth and perfection of the tree, especially since the seeds in the fruit are the means by which the tree produces much more of its kind, bringing about the growth of generation after generation of new trees. Man is as the tree of the field. The Lubavitcher Rebbe, blessed memory, explains, there are many points in which a human is similar and comparable to a tree of the field. This applies also to the man's spiritual life, which may be divided in these three categories. The root is faith, emunah, through which one is connected with the source of his life, the Creator. Even when a person has grown and matured in wisdom, he draws his essential vitality and life force through his faith in God. A weakness in faith endangers the spiritual life of even a great man. The body and trunk are the study and good deeds, which should form the overwhelming bulk of a person's activities. The number of good deeds performed by an individual, as well as his greatness and scholarship, provide an accurate measure of his true spiritual age. They tell us the years of his life, where life is, that part of living filled with wisdom and noble activities. The fruit, a man reaches the peak of perfection and growth when in addition to fulfilling all those duties that are in his own responsibility, he also exerts a good influence on his friends and all people in his environment, so that they too become trees possessing strong roots, a trunk and branches, and bearing fruit. It is significant to note that on the coins of the U.S., two statements are made. In God we trust, e pluribus unum, the Latin for many one. From this we can all derive a lesson. When we take a coin out of our pocket, we must realize that it teaches us first that in every aspect of one's life there is a necessity to accept simple belief in God. Second, that for many we can and must make one. We must ourselves work to try to influence others in this direction. Through this service, we will spread faith and unity throughout the world and pave the way for the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days. May God bless America, and let us say Amen.
The Minnesota House chaplain for today is Rabbi Nachman Wilhelm from Lubavitch Yeshiva in Minneapolis. Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing and recite the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The clerk will take the roll.